Ahead is the throne room. We must get to the... If you're heading to the palace, we'll follow you there.
We've made it to the palace. General Vaklu's troops haven't been here. Hopefully, we still have time to save the Queen. Straight ahead. Vaklu's hand-picked troops will probably be here. I'm gonna stay here and keep the intersection secure.
Shut the outer door, now!
I'm impressed you made it this far, but you're too late. Soon the Queen will be dead. This is no ordinary door between us. The same material is used for the... I'm afraid it is. Now, if you will excuse me, we have one last barrier to take care of.
Gather our forces. Make sure the defenses are set. Colonel Tobe, take your beasts and attack her. We need more... I'm going to the control room. Perhaps the captain...
Thanks for your help. Queen Talia is the rightful ruler of Onderon.
I don't have time for your resistance, Captain Riken. We need the...
And I told you that I don't know. You scanned my ID, you know...
I'm sure that's what you'd like me to believe. I have been authorized... Blast! Defend the security room...
Salji allisto park norcia, lusni hacha batishi chort. Kavotumpa bot, bawan maderancha, yukamos krun. Nande misoku koran ma... Bram tabanin sochu. Da come gius mak miki baran, kavadumpa, mo wendido chokerembi nortakun. Yatuka wanrika chotin wani maura. Bram tabanin sochu. Da come gius mak, kavadumpa, mo wendido chokerembi nortakun yun wishcha. Kavadumpa, mo wendido chokere kavanatakalu. Yatuka. Kavadumpa, mo wendido choke. Bram taban. Yatuka.
Thank you. Now that you've got me out, you need to get the primary security console's override code, then lock the terminal down. Once you've got that code, if you can get to the secondary security station, you'll control the entire palace's security systems. The Slicer's still logged into his account. You should be able to just get whatever you need.
The honor is mine.
I hear you.
Let us end this one soon. I shall assist you.
I don't know how you made it, but well done. Come in quickly before more... We got split off from Talia's troops by the currents of this war. We really need to talk. I know Captain Cadron needs someone to handle a dangerous assignment. He's in the other... This is the secondary security complex. There's a slicer at the prime... Since Cadron isn't available, I've been coordinating the battles and the rest of ISIS. If this war isn't stopped soon, we'll talk when all of this is over.
So, you're the Jedi, eh? Well, the comm chatter we've intercepted is filled with reports. We've managed to hold this part of the palace, but Vaklu's forces control the rest. There are 2 security consoles in the palace. The primary security console is on the other. We need to transfer all primary functions to our terminal here. Then, after that, we'll... You have? Oh, son of a muglak! Corporal, the door's open. Hurry! They might break through.
The honor is mine. I hear you.
Will you just die already? You will go no further than this. You're too late. Our pet beast is about to breach the force field to the throne room. The Queen will be dead in moments.
Watch out! I've lost control of the beast!
Ignore the beast. Into the throne room. The Queen must die. Oh, blast it all!
Your time is at an end, Talia.
You would destroy everything just for your ambition, Vaklu. The Republic, ISIS, everything.
That is a gross simplification, Talia. Change is a pain.
You're getting careless, Vaklu. One more mistake, and you're the one who will pay the price.
Damn you! Your skill with the blade won't save you. What? The Jedi lives? But how? Kill her and the Queen Men, quickly. They must not be allowed to live. You've won this battle, Talia. But your reign won't be an easy one. The Republic is a sink.
He's too dangerous to leave alive. As distasteful as it is, it might be best to silence him forever. Until he's dead, all of Onderon is in peril.
So what will it be, Your Majesty? Send me to your best detention cell. I will be...
Are you so sure of my decision, Vaklu? I appreciate the Jedi's counsel, but as monarch, I decree you are guilty of treason. The punishment is death, to be carried out immediately. Captain Cadron?
Talia, you can't. You're too weak. What about my trial?
Your whole life has been a trial, Vaklu, but it's over now. You are right. We can't detain you. Too many people are still loyal to you. You've left me no real option.
Men, ready blasters. Aim!
But you can't. This can't be.
Fire!
What is done is done. I don't think the service you have given us can ever be repaid. The crisis is over thanks to you and Master Kavar.
The wound is not a mortal one, though it has been some time since I exercised my healing powers. There is a shred of life within you still. A gift from your master, no doubt. Awaken, Colonel Tobin. Your part in this is not over. Colonel Tobin, I am with Vaklu. The war has gone against him. He sent me to rescue you, to tell you you must make haste off-planet. The Jedi have struck. They had a secret academy buried on Telos, and they are showing themselves at last. We are all in danger.
What? But the Jedi are gone. They have all but vanished.
So we all thought, but they have hidden themselves on Telos.
Out of my way, old woman. This war can still be won, and Onderon can be freed.
Indeed. This war is far from over.
The Queen has requested you stay here until she gets back. Talk with Master Kavar. The Queen has talk.
The Force works in mysterious ways, it seems. We spend all this time looking for you, and you came to us. I told the other masters that our only chance to figure out what was happening to us was to find you, and try to understand what happened to you. I don't know how much you know, but Varuk didn't believe me, but he was willing to travel to Dantooine, if only to help the settlers there, and perhaps protect what was... Whatever the reason, having us all drop out of sight, you came back, and you became... They were places touched by war, and we thought there was a chance you would return to these worlds. But now the Sith have revealed themselves. That means the remaining Jedi... Telos? But Telos was destroyed during the Jedi Civil War. Atris? I thought Atris... Too many Jedi have scattered. The Council needs to... We knew that someone was preying on us, hunting us. Finally, the Jedi... Before the meeting could even begin, all the Jedi on the planet were killed, along with the Miralukas and all other life. So the Council decided that we must not present ourselves as a target again. The consequence... I think you're the only one who's made progress. The difficulties you surmounted to get here. It's a long story, but there's a reason the Jedi have scattered across worlds touched by war. We thought that by traveling to such worlds, and they were places we... Whatever I can tell you, I will. There was nothing else we could do. You defied the Council. You followed but you must understand, the exile was never the punishment. We could not have made you do such a thing in any event. I think you knew, inside. All those lives during the Mandalorian Wars, and all those you served beside. Too much. I suspect that is why you chose to accept the Council's judgment, to wander beyond the Rim. I have thought of you since your trial, and there are times... Whatever I can tell you, I will. That sounds like the bond that often forms between Master. You always did form connections to others, strong ones. I'm sure others in the Jedi Council would be able to... Whatever I can I know that all too well. The Jedi Order has been fighting the dark side. The dark side. This threat that... Not enough. I feel it. We don't know all that the Sith planned during the Jedi Civil. Even after we... You've had more success than I. General Vaklu. I felt all along... Whatever I can tell... So, you heard what we said. And these... You must understand. This is hard for me. Did you know that when I was training you, I considered making you my Padawan? I didn't. The demands of the... But I considered you a friend. I even tried to convince you to become a Jedi Guardian. We could have used someone like you. So the decision that had to be made was not easy. But I cannot... There is something I would like to teach you. It is a tech... This is a Taru, an aggressive lightsaber form which is best used against a single opponent. Take care when you face multiple adversaries, and be sure to close the distance between ranged attackers quickly, as your ability to deflect blaster fire will be diminished. Excellent! I'm impressed with how quickly you've mastered this form. I'm going to Dantooine. The Jedi Council vowed to assemble again when the Sith revealed themselves. Now, our paths will...
I'm sorry to keep you here. I needed to thank you personally. Onderon owes both you and Master Kavar a debt that can never truly be. I recognize you must leave soon. I had also planned on giving you some relics from Onderon's past, but Vaklu's troops looted our museum. Captain Bostuka has made arrangements for a shuttle to take you to your ship. The war was brief but destructive. Thank you again.
If you will follow me, I will take you.
Hey, the gang's back together. I must hear all about your vacation in Onderon. Well, that's good, I guess. When powerful people butt heads,
We should return to the Ebon Hawk now and plot our next.
Ready to head back to... Oh, God.
Do you need a hand?
No, I don't. Go back to your training. I'll call you if I need someone useless.
Is there some problem? I was only offering to help.
Problem? No problem. Just wondering how long you're planning to stick around.
For as long as she needs me, of course.
How heroic of you. Well, she doesn't need you. In fact, we were doing just fine until you showed up.
Actually, there are times when it seems you could use some help.
Always with the details, aren't you? You can't fool me. You have some agenda. Spying on her, always keeping your eye on her.
No, I don't. I simply admire her. She has many qualities worthy of respect, and a strength that matches her beauty. Surely you've noticed.
Yeah, and I noticed first. Get it? So cut it out. And another thing, stop being all noble around her in your big hero way. She sees right through your little act. She likes honest guys, not guys who run around being unselfish and heroic all the time.
I thought she was the hero. The more worlds we travel to, the more questions I have. It's not just the hardships of the people, but something more. You are right, but there is some... Yes, these dead worlds, they have a pattern to them. They were all touched. The attacks on Kotor, Telos itself, the decay on Dantooine. Sometimes I feel like I almost understand.
So close.
No, I do not. But I do think there is some... Perhaps. Dantooine is only one of the worlds. It is curious that the Jedi Masters chose those worlds, but I know not how.
I have questions. You fought with Revan and Malak during... Huh. We'd never faced Jedi before. You've always been in the Jedi Order. Things that are common knowledge to... We only knew what we had seen in holovids and from our experience with Exar. We thought we would triumph easily over such noble and compassionate leaders. What did you think of... Is that so? Ever consider what would have happened? The Sith would have been nothing more than a border skirmish against the might of might. We would have brought a new age of strength and expansion to the Republic. With a wealth of the core worlds providing arms and warships to... Look around you. Look at what you're precious... I ask you this. Is the galaxy better... I suppose we'll... Now is there something...
Yes? Is something wrong? Certainly. That is hardly... The problem is my own, I fear. I harbor... Many Jedi defy the Order during the Mandalorian Wars, and it pays... There is no blame. All must accept. But, at its core, many of the Jedi Council trained Exar Kun, Ulik, Revan, and Malak. Perhaps there was some essential part of their teachings that was flawed. Something I believe you are right. The students made their own Perhaps I judge the masters unfairly, yet I still wonder why they did not rise to... That is a good point. Perhaps it is not the perception. There may be none. Regardless, thank you for Again, I thank you. It is... Master Arka taught Ulik. Master Baz was the one who saw what Exar Kun could become. But he took... Master Jar taught Malak. And Revan had many masters, including Jar, Kay, and Dorak. And towards the end of the training, it is said that she returned to her first master at the end of her training, in order to learn how she... And such teachings and their teachers is why I am not certain you understand what happened with Revan. Revan was captured in the middle of the Jedi Civil War, due in no small part to her apprentice. Revan was brought before the Jedi Council and put on trial. You must understand that the situation was desperate. As I understand it, they were able to convince Revan to have... Revan helped the Republic defeat Malak. Perhaps in her conversation with the Jedi Masters, Revan had met... It is said that she returned to...
Jedi.
I do not recall who Revan's master was. Strange. That is hardly... You are correct. I am afraid I have not been entirely open with you concerning my past. If I look familiar, it is because we have met before, at the Enclave. As on Coruscant, Force-sensitive children are taken to Dantooine as well, though it is done rarely, and if you are not chosen by a master when you have come of age... I met you on Dantooine, long ago, briefly. You taught us how to move within the Force, and see it flow within others. How to see it in... It is difficult to explain the difference between you and Master Vrook, but I think it is because he was knowledgeable. You were different. We could all... And I knew that if I were to have a master, I would... And then you went to war. Many Jedi went to war, and the Jedi Masters proclaimed that you were Jedi no longer. I knew at that moment that if you would no longer be a Jedi, then you must be correct. And in any event, there was no one to train me, even if I wished it. They all went to... It is possible to forget the Force, you know. If you have not felt it strongly enough, then there is little to miss. But I never... And so I decided to serve the Republic, study the Jedi teachings, gather them perhaps. I felt some part of you should be preserved. Perhaps. I think you are right. It is time. I have watched you. You have become strong in the Force again. But that is not all. My master, the one intended for me, left to fight in the Mandalorian. Now she has returned. The one who was to be my master was lost at Malachor 5.
So it ends.
I want you to teach me the ways of the Force, to become a Jedi Knight. What I meant. Yes, is something... That is hardly so...
Statement. Observation. Notice that I did not answer. That is because you told me to stop asking if you... Yes, ready to serve. In what... Observation. You are indeed cruel, Master. If you happen to change your mind, however, I feel I'm just a quick death. A little one. To tide... Statement. Query. Indeed. Statement. Statement. It seems to... Statement. Answer. Many organic meatbags find that question difficult to answer, Master. But I believe I can provide you with a satisfactory definition. Definition. Love is making a shot to the knees of a... Statement. This definition, I am told, is not many meatbags could make such a shot. And strangely enough, not yet for me. Love is knowing your target, putting them in your targeting reticle. Statement.
Yes, General?
My life. I am prepared both. I understand now. Such a... I do not understand. I will answer what I can.
Yes. Have you? That is something we will leave. Very well. I confess its nature. It seems that...
Something up? All right. Yeah, I guess I just had to prove something to myself, and I never had a chance to put it to the test until then. Nothing I didn't already know. Anyway, it's over now. All right. Yeah. Nothing I didn't... Anyway, it's over. All right. We've hit the ground. This is Korriban. Why would one of the Jedi you're looking for come here?
An adequate job, pilot. Perhaps here there is some trace of those who pursue us. I sense that we may be truly alone.
There are signs of life on the surface. Beasts by the dozen. So don't worry, you won't be quiet. You might want to keep your, lightsaber sharp.
Although I think that the pilot's mechanical devices are probably...
It seems quiet. Just the wind. This place merely tolerates sentience walking upon it. It is pleased to have been left alone. There is great power in this place.
There is much that would draw a Jedi to this place. The resting grounds of the ancient, the most likely place to find our lost Jedi, is the ruin. It was said that Revan intended to return to Korriban, but Revan disappeared. It took a year or two for the Republic to send a force here. They found Korriban much as we have, barren and lifeless. It was assumed that the Republic found evidence that several Sith Lords escaped Korriban. As lifeless as it seems, the dark side is very strong here. The Sith... You should go to the ruins of the old academy, if there are any... If you walk Korriban's surface. I cannot. This place is strong with the dark side. It is difficult to center. Perhaps not. But I would caution you to guard your feelings carefully here. Korriban attacks. I will remain here and meditate. Our link... The academy is on the other... Dark energy fills these ruins. The structures you see around you are the plundered tombs of the ancient Sith Lords. Each tomb was once infused with the history and heritage of the old Sith Empire, containing great mysteries and powerful relics of the Force. However, even the many traps could not long hold back the curious, the fools, and the weak, and so these tombs fell, spilling their secrets into the hands of those unable to comprehend or preserve them.
Oh, great. What do you want now? To give me a hand?
Atten, I feel that perhaps there has been some miscommunication between us concerning the exile.
No, I understand you just fine. Look, I know what's going on in your wannabe Jedi mind.
Atten, perhaps I should explain. I see relationships are... well, there's something I admire her. Perhaps even feel...
Well, yeah, okay.
But she walks a far more difficult path than the rest of us. I care what happens. Perhaps if there is anything we can agree on, it is that we will be there for her when no one else is.
The broken corpses before you are all that remain. I doubt there is much to be gained from looting these bodies. Fool! You've disturbed the spirits of this place, and they have sent their guardians. Hissis are semi-intelligent beasts, corrupt. As creatures of the Force, they have Hissis are drawn to suffering and carnage. They must have fed on all the angry phantoms of the Sith, too weak to influence the sentient, have taken these.
Everyone, on their guard!
Before you is the tomb of the great Sith Lord, Marka Ragnos, Ragnos held power for over a century, using his cunning to turn his enemies against him. We're standing close to the spot where Naga Sadow first confronted. Their struggle nearly resulted in a civil war. Yes, it is the way of the Sith. They must continually test their strength. As fate would have it, a pair of hyperspace explorers from Sinagar landed on Korriban. Naga Sadow manipulated the Sith into believing they were a sign of impending Republic invasion. This fear resonated with many Sith who were discontent with the lack of expansion of the Sith Empire during the reign of Marka Ragnos. Thus, Naga Sadow became Ragnos' successor.
Just say the word.
This way leads to the tomb of Ajanta Paul, a fierce Sith Lord. According to legend, the blade proved more fearsome than the Master, leading to his demise. Ajanta's dark spectre lived on through the centuries until Revan entered the Sith Lord's tomb in Revan calmed the angry ghost of Ajanta Paul. One who has fallen so far and done so much evil does not deserve. Yes, redemption is merely a form of spirit. Here, you can just barely see the Sith archaeology. The new Sith Order sought to progress quickly by finding objects of power. Now the excavation has been almost completely undone by
Unnecessary observation. Annoying recitation.
You have left me an opening! More where that came from!
Everyone, on their guard!
What's that stench?
The valley we just came from was full of dark energy.
There is great power and dark. I would advise you to finish your explorations within the Academy.
Just say the word. Together then!
Looks like somebody left the doors of the Academy wide open.
These Takada were once trained to serve.
You can expect more than these beasts within the...
She is here. Find her.
Everyone down! Let's settle this. This battle is yours!
I am listening.
Just say the word.
Defend yourself! Everyone, on their guard!
I hear you.
More where that came from. You have left me an opening. More where that came from. You have left me an opening. More where that came from.